Welcome to the meta overview for the version 35 update, Monolith. A new map is not just the only thing coming your way. With this series we will be covering the new and exciting features brought to Paragon. Not only will we get a new, more compact map, we will also get changes involving armor, damage types and much more. First up, we're going to cover the meta changes that will come with Monolith. To start, the traditional setup of 2-1-1-1 meta does not currently remain the same. However, there will be a slight modification. Instead of your duo red lane and blue solo lane, the outer lanes now consist of an off lane and a safe lane. This will result in a major change to the meta in the form of 2v1 lanes for both teams. To enhance this, the safe lane now has the gold buff, as well as more jungle camps closer to it. This will help the ranger approach their power spikes faster. To compensate for the off laner being against two opponents, they will have a shorter lane. This will result in a safer laning phase due to the towers being closer together, and if the offlaner does happen to die, they will not have as far to travel back to the lane. The main focus of the jungler will be the green buff, which will increase your clear speed and gank potential. Along with this comes the new RNG based buff that will give you a random effect each time you kill it. With these, we say goodbye to the red and blue buff. As well, we have the black switching to a raptor camp that gives 1000 CXP, which is one card level exactly, to the person who gets the last hit. However, on Monolith, the Prime Guardian will remain available for the taking, but watch out as its increased attack speed makes it no joke in the early stages of the game. Along with the new jungle, we have the removal of harvesters. Replacing these, the Amber Link shall act as your source of passive CXP gain. Each team has access to one link within their jungle, by the green buff. The link works by killing jungle camps, which in turn fills your Amber Link with a small portion of their CXP reward. This portion is distributed amongst you and your team at regular intervals, but be wary as the opposing jungler can invade and attack your Amber Link to steal this passive CXP for themselves. The mid lane will also have some drastic changes. First off, the lane is much more angled in the center on each side. This will shield the jungler's rotations between each side of their jungle. In the center of the map, all lanes dip towards an equal height at the river. This applies to mid lane too, with additional cliffs in the area allowing greater outplay potential using abilities that can abuse this verticality. With river buffs being on either side of the mid lane, they become a priority to secure with your jungler. They only take 1 to 3 auto attacks to kill depending on your damage, and so are hard to contest. These buffs have a chance to give one of the following effects: speed and mana regen, increased ability damage, damage over time on auto attack, and lastly, entering the shadow plane. These effects all last 45 seconds, and the buff will also grant you 175 mana over 5 seconds. When it comes to Monolith, there is one last major difference. Going forward, you will need to base your team composition around which side of the map you will be playing on. If you happen to be on the light side of the map, you will be closer to the raptor camp. Due to this, you should create a team with heroes that excel in the early stages of the game to make use of this raptor camp's CXP and create early pressure. This will then go on to help you control the prime pit. However, if you're on the dark side of the map, you will need a team composition that excels at holding this with a strong defense to farm up a stronger late game and use that control over the prime pit to their advantage. For more detailed information on Monolith and the changes that are going to come with it, check out the rest of the Monolith Crash Course. I've been GenerationHollow. Goodbye for now.